What's up guys, how's it going? My name is Lost and welcome to another Kingdom Hearts Union Cards video. Now before I start off this video, I apologize ahead of time if I do sound a bit different. It's because I am sick. I caught myself a small cold. Well, hopefully it's just a cold and it's not anything serious. But so if I do sound, you know, all snotty, stuffy and whatnot, why I am talking about, or what I'm going to be talking about in my video, I apologize ahead of time. But today we're going to be talking about the Keyblade Boosters that came out in Union Cards last week. And it's something that I honestly did not realize that it came into the game until earlier this week, when I realized that, you know, we were getting boosters from Union Cards, and I was like, whoa, what in the world is this? I honestly thought at first that it was going to be like boosters for like our medals or for like speed medals or whatnot, because I saw the Lady Luck Keyblade, so I assumed it might be a speed booster. But no, if you guys see right here on the 4th and 5th slot, you're gonna see that the multipliers are highlighted in yellow, and so that basically indicates that the boosters are kicking in. And the boosters right now in Union Cards, of course, you know, you guys already know Union Cards is super easy to take care of. You can do it in 30 minutes and in one go. But yeah, so basically what the boosters are doing is, for my 4th and 5th slot, they are giving me an extra 1.0 multiplier on top of the original multiplier that is on the Lady Luck Keyblade. So originally, the 5th slot was a 2.6, and now it is at a 3.60. That is the highest multiplier currently in this game. Even though Lady Luck Keyblade is not really all that when it comes to its multipliers, it actually makes this Keyblade useful for speed setups, going up against like Magic Raid bosses, Coliseum, if you have like the right traits and whatnot to go up against high level enemies. This nice, lovely added boost, it's freaking awesome. And you guys can just imagine the possibilities if they put this into other Keyblade, especially Keyblades that we typically often use, like Fenrir, Counterpoint, Fairy Stars, maybe even our reverse Keyblades. Just imagine, take example Fairy Stars. If Fairy Star's 5th slot, if you already have it past 36 or 37, where the 5th slot multiplier is at a 3.40, imagine getting an added 1.0 multiplier boost to that. It's a 4.40. That is insane, and you can imagine the damage that you could possibly do, especially if you had the right buffs and whatnot before you get to that medal, that it can do onto enemies. So that is insane. But right now, Lady Luck's 5th slot is currently the highest multiplier in this game. I know there have been few players that have gotten Fairy Stars up to level 40, but the highest multiplier still is a 3.40. Correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below. But the possibilities are just freaking amazing. Like, it's almost like Square Enix is trying to make us use old Keyblades, or maybe it's possibly getting us ready for a potential strong event where we might just have to use like the old Keyblades like Lady Luck or 3 Wishes or Treasure Trove, maybe even Starlight. But what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you guys some damage comparisons, and I am going to use this setup right here, but I'm also going to be using another Keyblade that has a close multipliers when it comes to the 4th and 5th slot, to kind of compare some damages so you guys can see about how much differences each Keyblade does, and how like crazy these two multipliers right now do against like the enemies that I'm going to do in Proud Crest Plus. So in this setup right here, I'm gonna have my 30% booster, which is Aqua EX. I'm gonna have my Xion to buff up my final boss Xion. Also gonna have a copy medal to get that extra buff in, and then on my 4th slot I have Anti-Form Sora copying my final boss Xion. And of course on the 5th slot, on the 3.06 slot for final boss Xion, we're gonna see, I just can't imagine the crazy damage we're gonna do with this medal right here. But if you're wondering about Trace, just in case, so you guys don't get surprised like, oh, maybe he has ground and air, he hadn't showed us. No, I just have plus 1000 rate and extra attack. Now the other Keyblade that I'm gonna be comparing this the multipliers with is going to be Divine Rose, and it's gonna be the same setup. I got my 30% extra guilt medal right there, my Xion double casted. Then I'm gonna have for my 4th slot a Nominee who by the time that guilt kicks in, it'll be at 108%. So even though my anti-form sword is going to be at 210, I really can't put any other copy meta on there because there's no magic copy meta that copies the next meta afterwards at a tier 6. So we're going to have to go with this nominee. This nominee right here does have ground and air, so maybe that'll kind of get close to the actual damage of what the actual metal does. And then of course my final boss Shion. So the last two slots are going to be a 2.60 and a 3.0. So in the comment section below, before we jump into the actual damage comparisons, I want you guys to let me know which Keyblade would you love to see some Keyblade boosters in. Me personally, of course, and this is probably going to be a lot of people's answers, but I would love to see some boosters in Fairy Stars because that would wreck Coliseum. But anyways, let me know in the comment section below. Let's go ahead and jump into the damage comparison, so that way we kind of get an idea of what we could potentially see, not just with Lady Luck, but other Keyblades in the future. Okay guys, so we are here in the Pod Quest Plus. We are doing the last challenge, and this is typically the quest that I do when I do my meta showcases, but we are going to test out the damage on the Queen Bee itself. But we are gonna go through the whole quest because it doesn't take long for me to actually tackle these to tackle these enemies. So we're gonna see some damage comparisons, but really you're gonna see the crazy difference whenever I use my 5th slot, which is Final Boss Shion, against the Queen Bee raid boss at the end. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go through all of our medals. We're gonna get that extra 30% guilt boost, and we're gonna start buffing up. Alright, and then for this one we're gonna use HD Nominate to copy Final Boss Shion, and then we're gonna see the damage comparison on this Keyblade. So that is about 3.2 million damage, and that is with ground and air traits. Alright, this time we're just gonna... Actually, you know what? We're gonna use HD Nominate because the enemy is already weakened enough. So even if I try tapping or swiping, it's gonna potentially kill the enemies. So now here, we're definitely gonna see the actual damage itself on the 5th slot of Divine Rose. Alright, we're just gonna swipe here. Alright, and then we're gonna use Final Boss Shion. And Final Boss Shion does 4.3 mil damage against a level 500 Heartless. So now we're gonna go ahead and switch over to using Lady Luck. Same quest and whatnot, and we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did with Divine Rose. Alright guys, so we're here with Lady Luck. We're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna see how much of a difference the damage comparison. I just hit my hand against the table. Yeah, the damage difference is gonna be between Lady Luck and Divine Rose. Alright, and of course this time we're gonna use our 4-star, which is Anti-Force Sora, and he's gonna do 4.0. That, yo, wow, that's crazy. Alright, same thing here. What I'm very curious to see is what the 5th slot of Lady Luck is going to do against the raid boss, the Queen Bee. Alright, 4.1 mil. And now we get to see the real test. Alright, we're gonna swipe here. And now we're gonna use our Final Boss Shion and see how much damage this thing is gonna do. 4.9 mil. That is almost 5 million damage right there. So that's about an extra, if I remember correctly, an extra mil in damage. So that's not too bad. So yes, Lady Luck can potentially be used a pretty good amount here in and say like Coliseum, or maybe potential raid bosses, maybe like weekend raid bosses that we have in GP, where the attributes always change. It could be used in many ways, but just the fact that they started bringing boosters to Keyblades, in my opinion, I think is awesome. It's definitely going to help out with a lot of players maybe stuck in Coliseum. It's going to help out new players as well, because doing Union Cross is super easy. And just the amount of potential, especially in the future whenever it comes out for different kinds of Keyblades, it's going to be insane. But anyways, guys, don't forget again to comment below which Keyblade you would love to see have a booster on. You already know that my choice would be Fairy Stars. Again, apologies if I sound all snotty and whatnot. Hopefully the sickness can go away, because I have not been live streaming for the past couple of days, and I don't think I will be until this sickness, because my mouth gets super dry from just even talking for a minute. So anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, and if you would like to see more future content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video.